Hello and welcome to Granblue Radio number 351. This is Vibrating Sheep. Uh, I am still wearing my Twitch gear. I still have my wrench in chat, so um, I did make it through the large layoff. So counting my blessings there. It means a lot. But anyway, uh, hello. It's there's a lot of stuff going on right now, so DJ. Where do you want to start?
Hi, it's DJ. I don't know. You made the agenda.
All right, so um, we have two very different perspectives coming into this about the new weapons that came in. Because when we last talked about it, it's like, okay, these are clearly seeding for something in the very distant future because they'll need to go through 6 of these in order to have one of everything. Um, so let's talk about these celestial weapons, which, I mean, if nothing else, as a weapon skin, they're pretty cool. Like they are the weapons that each of the Eternals uses once they're transcended, from what it looks like. Hey, I actually ended up with 3 drops. That's nice. Anyway, I did not notice
That's
that I had
one
a
more
third
than
drop.
me.
Yeah. Um, but anyway, so let's take a look at these things first. And um, let's start with the sword because, as with so many other things like Ultimas and such like that, the sword one is the most common in a fantasy game. Sword and staff. So staff will be whenever we get light, yeah? So dark favored?
Ye- uh, n- no, because we fought with.
Well, gonna be when will be added, is what I meant.
So when so dark favored, yes.
Yes. So anyway, um, so these things, we now know what they do, and what they do is pretty beefy. So,
And
um,
you're only allowed one celestial weapon per grid.
yeah, only one out of the following can be equipped celestial weapons. Um, none of these things say to elemental allies, so the description that our crew had for it was what would happen if like Bahamut's and Ultimas were released in 2024. So
Except we don't actually care about race or specs to a
we
degree.
right there is a strong baseline that gets better when you match. So we have ourselves sword voltage. The voltage on these things is nice but never necessary usually. Like
I
right,
don't know. Is pretty good for. There's a lot of swords in the world.
it's true. Um, but like Splendor is a big feature here. So it's attack, defense, and hit points. So it's an iteration up on the Bahamut weapon from there.
Yeah, so it's a 30% normal attack, 25% defense, and 30% HP.
Yeah. And so those are very similar numbers to an upgraded Bahamut weapon, except for the fact that it gives you defense and it doesn't care what your your type or your race is. So yeah, that's really good. Do you remember what modifier it is?
I already said normal.
Okay, it is normal. Okay, so the voltage is on EX, the Splendor's on normal. Is
That's
the
two modifiers.
is the decree also on normal?
The Kree is under EX.
So 2 EX skills and a normal skill. All right, and then here's Star Sea Sovereign's decree, which is the part we were talking about. So you get attack, which okay,
If you are not a sword spec, it is
hmm
20% attack, 10% DA, 5% TA, 10% CA damage up, 5% damage CA damage cap, and 5% damage cap.
and then the numbers do not cleanly double, so we actually have to go through them again when you are actually Saber spec. So go ahead.
So when your saber spec is 40% attack,
hmm
15% DA, 10% TA, 20% CA damage, 15% damage CA damage cap, and damage cap is 10%.
Yeah. And so add that all up, and here, let me just do this real quick. 1 second. Let's do this. Boop. We've unlocked decree. Let's uncap this thing. Whoop. I forgot to element change 7-star fragments. We won't worry about this, but um, yeah, the numbers go way up. It's pretty wild. Um, and they slot
It's just
yeah.
safe on stored.
Yeah, but they did the one thing they did to future-proof this against just taking over the game is that you can only have one, and
Yeah,
so
just make a grid of all the weapons.
yeah, and yeah, they can't go into extra slots yet until whatever the next step is. Maybe they won't ever go into those. Who knows?
There's a
But
lot of weapons that don't go in there, so
yeah, and then for harp, the only thing that changes is the word saber voltage changes to harp voltage, and then the numbers switch to harp spec allies.
one funner thing is that because the sword is a sword,
Hmm.
it has an awakening. The awakening is double strike.
On self, yeah.
The resonance is guaranteed TA for the entire team. It has 36% chaser on attack,
Hmm.
and if you get hit, you get 20 meter.
A lot of the time, the resource that you actually care about on defense is not your meter. It is your sword shines or whatever they're called. Sword shines are it's energy. That's right. Sword shines are what Seafon himself has. Um, but yeah, I mean that's a lot of the reason why people turn off their defensive option. That said,
That's another button I have to use.
yeah. That said, um, yeah, pretty beefy. And then this is the thing. So we were talking about this. Like, I wonder how they will implement this. And so the whole thing about it was, where is that Unite and Fight underway? Changes to features. So for people like me, where I personally am done with every Evoker and every Eternal for now, then the way that you do this, you can either take your time or you can rush it, of course. Um, and the whole thing was that if you take if you get all 50 drops, sorry, not drops, all 50 chests of good fortune, that you will, by the very nature of how this works, you will almost certainly have the other 10 from missions while doing that. That's 60, and then that's enough to buy 4 of them. And then, if you go 45 boxes deep into United Fight, which is a non-insignificant amount, I have a lot of friends who did not go to box 45, and that is fine. That is another way that is important to take and play this game. But that way you will have 105, and you will be able to then uncap this thing as well. Because the uncap requires another 45. So by just playing Unite and Fight the way I usually do, I got the ability to uncap one of these to max. You do not have that luxury because you did not box for these crystallized cores. So how is this experience for you?
I boxed the crystallized scores.
You did, okay. So you still went for the drips anyway?
I checked how much New World Foundation quartz I had. I have way more than enough.
Okay, but you were still going for drops though.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for all the drops in case this. If you break a weapon, it gives you back 15.
Yes. So this is future proofing. That was another thing is that if I go
I only got two
ahead and
boxes. I got less than you, but I'm still trying to future proof myself.
yeah, that's fair. Um, the thing is that yeah, like the future proofing is that if you do break these, then they can turn into future ones. Whenever they add new ones, then you will be able to break any one of these and use it to purchase any other one of these, which I think is a very good way of doing this. It is a way of preventing the issue they had with soul cores in Rise of the Beasts, where you're like, I already have the fire soul cores that I need. Why am I getting these as drops when I need the other one? I hate this. So that is one thing design decision they made I think is good. They are very future proofed on these, where you can go ahead and just take your time on that. However, if you do not have the ability to take crystal cores in your Unite and Fight draw box, and you're taking New World Quartz because you want to catch up with Evokers, or if you're still on the step where you're trying to get Eternals, then the way to catch up with this is on drops. And then once again, it doesn't matter which one you get as a drop, just that you get them as a drop. And you need 3 drops in a single Unite and Fight in order to finish one if you are boxing something other than the crystallized cores. And I saw some people pulling their hair out on that one. To those people, I express sympathy, but I also do what I always do and say, take the long view. You will get these over time. The next Unite and Fight is unfortunately in April, so it'll take 3 months. That doesn't feel good. Especially when this is something so instantly strong, as long as you can actually get it. But it'll still be there when you get back, unlike one of my least favorite grinds in this game ever. Do you know what weapon I'm going to?
I don't know. Mine's Proving Ground.
Let me see if I can find it.
Because, there hasn't been a fire Proving Ground in a billion years.
Here we are. I still don't have this at 3 stars. The Blade of Light from Slayer's Unite and Fight. The collab. This used to be Dark's only EX boost for attack.
To be fair, there's not a lot of EX boosts
Back
in
then.
that era.
We used to call it mysterious, I think, because of Cinderella Girls.
Correct, because also Cinderella Girls still also target mysterious things.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this one never came back. This sucked. You had to get a bunch of drops, and we tried, and I ran out of half pots chasing this thing back in the old days.
Also, Unite Fight really sucked way worse back then.
It really did. We had to pay attention. No skill
imagine
queue.
just grinding meat all day just to donate to a giant pool to fight one big boss once a day.
And then everybody sat around while all as many as 30 people piled into a single nightmare, and everyone hit attack once.
Yep.
Oh my god. Is it physically possible to run out of pots in current GBF? It is physically possible. I do not recommend it.
You just get 2 every day, and then you use those 2, and then I'm running out pots.
Yeah. It's actually quite possible. I know a lot of people who are running out because they're catching up in Sandbox. Sandbox is a huge pot sink if you let it be.
I spent a lot of this Unite Fight because I was doing the 90s, and
yes, also
so
true.
The meat to AP is way different.
Yeah, so this was something that I was actually going to point out. So if you go into the rankings, and if you go into totals, like there are some wild totals in here. So let's go to the 90,000, right? So, I didn't want that. I need to go to ranking details, and I will go around to page 200.
My favorite, Satsunoyuki.
Hold on. I have to reload. The button wasn't responding anymore. So, we have ourselves something like there's huge disparities. You can actually tell, like a lot, the very high ones, a lot of them don't eat all of their meat, but like you can tell which of these were going for ranking and which of them were going for drops. Yeah, it's super wild. Like if you go down to like the 20,000s or so, where was it? There was like this person did 8,000 battles to get there. This person did 3,000. I did like 2,000 to get where I was.
How was that? 5,000? I forget.
Yeah, like I did my 2,000 battles. Like here's one who did 1,600 battles. Here's someone who did 4,300. I enjoy their name. It's another idol master name over here. Let's go Takane. But like some people willingly put themselves into the mines, and they were like, this is a 1 in 500 chance with Kaguya and another Kaguya and Tien. Then it goes up to approximately a 1 in like 275 or so. And they put themselves through that. People like ate like 14,000 meat in order to get these drops because they wanted both of them done. Um,
I don't blame them. It means you also for later on fights you don't have to do this.
I, I don't blame them either. It's just one of those things that I look at and go, this is another, like, it it feels like rewarding the wrong thing, and I don't know how they can fix it. I think the ways they can fix it are add more crystallized cores to Dread Barrage. We'll see what happens in February.
Yeah, Dread Rush, the thing that comes back so often.
Right, but it is designed as a catch-up, and so this would help avoid the gigantic FOMO that these things are causing. Um, but it's like, yeah, this person did 7,000 battles to get to here, as opposed to the other, like 4 times as many as everybody around. It's like, that's that's a lot. That's a lot of playing Granblue Fantasy.
I mean, people played United Fight.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, this was the greatest United Fight for me.
Because you just hit the like really fast goals.
I somehow hit top 9,000. This is the first time.
Top 5,000?
9,000.
9,000. That's really good. Um,
That fires my best element. So
yeah, this the later difficulties also did favor Frau, so that was cool.
I did not use Frau.
I did. She did really well for me.
My backline never came in.
Mine did sometimes. Sometimes my Elmot did take all of 50% to the face, and I needed dispels again.
If anything that happened, if I was gonna do one of the funnier strats was to use Kokoro.
Right. So yeah, I think for these celestial weapons, given that they're going to take a full year for us to understand what's going on here, other than just equip one good, right? Like it's back to the days of like make the Bahamut dagger. The dagger is the best one. After that, you can make a short sword or something. And it's like basically it's like all right, make one sword, and then after that, we'll probably have a staff, and then we'll figure things out from there. And then um, any drops you get are basically investments toward future stuff. And so it's it's a decent design. I just hope that the next one we get only gives us one of these, so that people don't like murder themselves again to try and get these things. Scrap Kincaid says at the moment bow and dagger are probably the big question marks on how they're going to make them useful. I mean the bow voltage is um, pretty good in certain things like water has Tai Sai Awakening coming up. We'll find out. I don't know. We'll find out. They're going to tie them to the Eternals is what's going to happen, and what happens there, I don't know. Come back next year, January 2025.
You can give them good CA effects. These ones are actually have pretty good CA effects.
What is the harp do on 4-star CA?
You're immune to debuffs for the rest of the turn.
Okay, and then the sword one is dispel cancel. I saw that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're half of Ada.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so they are a cool addition to the game. But yeah, once again, just I advise you don't kill yourself hunting these. Anyway, that's what I had to say about that. Um, then so we're gonna move on from celestial weapons. We're gonna ask about chests actually. How did those work out? Because we talked about the crystalline cores. So the drop rate of these things turned out to be about 1 in 7. Because we were churning, the two of us, were churning through like Nightmare 90s, and well, for a while 95s so fast. Then I got 42 out of the 50 on day 1.
Yeah, my day one was mostly done.
Yeah. So the way that we play, we got all of them. I did see people who got up to the 40s or something like that, and then were like, I don't know if I'll be able to get to the end.
Yeah, so the only way you could get chests was to host the 93 100
95 and
or
100. 90
Oh
did
yeah,
not give them, very
yeah, that's
specifically.
right. Anyways, and then joining 150 and 200 in your crew, and
Hmm.
you had a chance of getting a chest.
Yes, I don't. We by the time that came out, most of the scientists that we know had already gotten all of their chests, so we don't know.
Yeah, because you can't get any more chests. So
Yeah. So if it stays at 1 in 7, then like I wonder because some people just don't play Unite and Fight like that. You don't do 350 Nightmare 95 pluses, you know? And so once again, like will chests of good fortune and their crystal cores inside end up being like gold nuggets where future times let you make up for the
your
crystallized
rolls
cores that
over.
you didn't. Yeah. Yeah, Blue's
That'd be
like,
a nice thing.
yeah. Blue says, I don't play like that. I got to 20, and you're missing 30 of these things out of the. And then you did get the ones from missions, right, Blue? Because that's the baseline, the 10 that you get from Viridian Horn over here and Cassiopeia.
Which all these bosses are Cassiopeia, and you're farming meat.
Yeah. Like the contents themselves of the chest, um, they were like mildly convenient at best. Like I didn't get any sand from them. I don't know how many of us got sand from them.
That's not a convenience to me. That the mild convenience. That'd be a great convenience.
Right, I'm just saying the other contents of them. Because like the mild convenience that I got was like Dawn Anima and Dusk Anima to host Bahamut with, and all of these spirits things because I just don't want to bother merging them in, and we're gonna be using them
You,
for Ultimate Masteries again.
yeah, I'm like you mean ultimate mastery skills.
Yep, yeah. Like some people got like Halos, and Halos are convenient because you don't like farming these things. It is a very annoying farm to get Halos. Um,
It's easier now, but it's
it
still
is,
annoying.
yeah. It's annoying but easy to get, all of these spirits and anima and stuff like that. It's just yeah. It's easier just
I'm
to
just
have them
glad
drop into your lap.
for Primarchs doesn't fill up that fast anymore.
Right. But like, yeah, other than sand, all of these things in here are basically like convenient but not like chase. So losing out on a chest would be very, very easy. It would be like missing out on like a silver gift if it didn't make you miss out on a crystallized core for the future. So I really do hope that we see something like the catch up in either Dread Barrage or future Unite and Fights. We'll find out. We'll
We'll
find out.
find out in March, really,
Yeah,
if they address that.
yeah, we'll see.
They have the numbers on this United fight.
Yep. And as with so many other things that happen right after anniversary or right after Christmas, New Year's, numbers were up. Seasonals came back. People mashed. These rankings go way down.
Well, Al-Anon also helped a lot here.
Alanon, Percival, yeah.
Is that it was just overall good
Mhm.
for like everything you needed to do while keeping alive.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll find out. So yeah, I think that the chests thing could use a little more refinement. It's not bad. I just want to make sure that people don't get left out, right? So anyway, um, and that's it for Unite and Fight stuff. We talked about Unite and Fight way more than we usually do because there was more stuff that we would talk about instead of just pressing the full auto button and walking away.
I still find it funny that some people actually use Kokoro.
In this Unite and Fight,
Yeah,
does
you
she
know
sacrifice?
she dies really fast and she gives supplemental. It doesn't care what element you are to give that
Right.
supplemental.
People get creative with their deaths these days.
Like that means you don't have to use it on death.
Hmm. All right. So the next thing that we're gonna have to talk about is this collab that's gonna start in a few hours. It's My Hero Academia. Um, and the interesting things about My Hero Academia. So we'll talk about the characters next time because we'll have them. We'll have all three of them by this time next week, I think. Yeah, we'll have all three by next week. So we've got our boy Deku, uh, various people's boy Bakugo, and
I know he's fire. He has to be my boy now. I love fire.
fair enough. And then there's big question mark, and people like Toga, Toga. We'll find out. We don't know.
I love copy abilities.
But here's the other
Well, if she
the
copies the
thing.
entire character, that'd be sick.
Oh my god.
2 Percivals.
What do you mean? The important question is why is he the one we're showing MHA fans of the Granblue experience? Like Bakugo? Bakugo's hugely popular.
Yeah, like a lot of people love Bakugo.
Yeah.
It's like not even a question.
Oh, as in Lobelia. Um, because he's basically League of Villains material. Like, it's really good for Twice and Toga to meet him.
I find it funny the thing in the other one of the other chats
Hmm.
about Deku breaking his bones.
And then Lobelia going, "Ah, oh, what a beautiful sound whenever you use your quirk."
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair. All right, so here's the thing, though. They are going all out on this collab. Like,
We have
this is the
stickers. We have so many things. You want
so
to talk about them?
yeah, you played Dragalia. Like, how many stickers would Dragalia get in their collabs?
I didn't play Drug Alley during collabs.
Okay, because we're getting 8 of them, and like we saw, a Deku sticker and an All Might I Am Here sticker, which by the way everyone will be using. Like, people will join raids and immediately I am here and then do whatever. Um, we got 8 stickers for this. So we've got 3 in treasure trade. We've got 3 from the missions, and the missions this time are called Provisional Hero Licensing Exam, which I think
That's
is
pretty
cool
good.
flavor. Um, the first time you activate Plus Ultra mode is going to be a free sticker, so I'm sure that will just say Plus Ultra. And then one for sidekick selection. So let's go through these one at a time.
Yeah,
So
start at the top.
so treasure trade is, going to be normal. But here's the provisional hero licensing exam. And so that's missions. You can get special loot like Eternity Sand, a provisional hero license, which is basically a book to uncap SSRs. So the only way to get that thing previously was to use a code for an SSR ticket that had a like timestamp on it, and have every single character that was eligible to be rolled in that, and you would get
I have
a
a couple
book.
of those as a
I have
result.
I have exactly one. Um,
I rolled them really recently. I'll let you know.
mhm. But yeah, so this is the whole thing about the future missions are going to have uh, sand and other things in there. This is the new one, which is the uncapped and SSR character one. I probably will just keep it because it's a unique item, and I don't need to wait to use books on SSR characters for this at this point. So it's cool for
Yeah, it's not
people who
like
are
you can
new.
use
It's
them
awesome,
it's not like you can use them on like the characters that have like super requirements.
right?
You can use it on characters like Zeta, but
Yeah.
they retroactively fixed that after like a while.
Hmm. So this next one is kind of cool. This one doesn't have anything to do with stickers. This is just there will be honors rankings, and there will be 4 brackets. So people who are ranked 350 will not be compared to people who are ranked 200. I saw a bunch of people for some reason freaking out. It's like, oh, it'll just be Velger owners or whatever, or actually at this point it's the fire soldiers and the fire luchas who are like the number one, like take a couple seconds, do 1.7 million, move on to the next raid things. It's like,
Depends on the health.
yeah, this is just for flavor.
Killing a character takes a while.
Yeah, true. But this is just a cool, fun feature, right? It won't tell you what their like team makeup is. It'll just show you their name and it'll just say a billboard chart, right? It's like this is who this is, just like in Unite and Fight, except without. Well, maybe you can go to their their profile. Who knows? But it's fun and flavorful for My Hero Academia. You get to see the hero rankings because this is only for helping other people. You
And
cannot get these from your own stuff.
here's the thing: a lot of these fill up anyways.
Yeah.
It gets really hard to even join any of these if you don't have ping.
Hmm. But yeah.
This is why I'm glad they changed the dailies to be just host or join 5 raids.
Yep. But yeah, and then here's Plus Ultra mode. Plus Ultra mode is basically the Ascendant Prayer, but it's available for low level stuff. So like you can just charge up and beat the ever loving crap out of Raw, or an Ennead or a dragon that's giving you trouble. Like I plan on using it on Fediel just to make Fediel faster. My Fediel is the slowest of my 6 dragons by like a multiple of 3. So I'm just gonna use this. It's like please make this faster. Thank you. Yeah, break your bones on a raid. But yeah, this is once again flavorful. You go into the um, let's see, it's the how to activate. Plus Ultra mode activates from the collab event screen. You can do it from there. You can do it from the mission screen or from the raid battle list. So it won't be secret. You can just Plus Ultra up and go further beyond. Um, this one we haven't seen since what? Token Ranbu? No, Demon Slayer, right? Just get a free class.
I don't remember, so I'll just leave it on you.
It's free ascendant for. It's not an E5 raids blue. It's 5-star and lower. So it's the 6 dragons and below, or on standard it is like what is on standard like proto. It's everything except for Ultimate Bahamut on standard. So it was Demon Slayer. That's right. So Demon Slayer gave us a samurai for free. It's like here. It's um And then this one, because they're champion weapons and the champions are heroes, you just here have a ticket for a hero weapon that has like, let's face it, it's probably going to be a devilry emblem unless you're unlocking a class with it. Um, and yeah, it's just cool and free. I plan on picking up a new Kanabo, a shiny new Kanabo, or maybe the Dark Yamato sword. We'll figure it out.
Kanabo is really good after that update.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's good and it's free. Just enjoy it. just take one. Um, I do wonder what the enemy will be instead of just the like Angel Cradle for the quote unquote campaign exclusive quest, which is now hands-on hero training. Thanks, Froppy.
Fighting mock villains.
Yeah. And then this last one is wild. So, um, they're doing a selectable variation on their usual like 9 times or soon to be 10 times for the 10th anniversary XP. And you get to select up to 3 characters who will receive that, so it's not wasted on the first like couple hours that you're playing the game during this campaign. And they can gain up to 15 million bonus XP by being your sidekick.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, so it's you choose who. So it'll always be like a character you really care about upping. Um, and yeah, they just get actual millions of experience. So it's choose when and who, which is a big plus. Instead of just shoving characters in the back of a team repeatedly, then they get to 100 and then you have to remove them from those teams again. So, I mean, all of these things are super generous. Like this event is gonna be wild. I am
I
looking
mean,
forward to this a lot.
the point of collabs is to bring in new blood.
Yeah, and this gives them a huge leg up in order to get through. Like people are there. There's also going to be like we didn't even talk about this, where in the event they have Dread Barrage um, rules in place, where if you're just fighting in a raid and you're attacking, then sometimes a hero will come in, beat the monster, and rescue you. So if you're new, sometimes it'll Deku will come in, save the day. Bakugo will come in, blow things up, and probably insult you. I don't know what'll happen with this third character if it's Toga. I don't know.
It'll be you.
But yeah, this is cool. This is like double what they usually do for a collab.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, very cool. I can't wait for it to start.
All right, what's the next Shonen Jump we're getting for our next collab?
Spy Family. I'm just saying. Or they just go back to One Piece. Like One Piece has been the feather in their cap. It's the crowning achievement of their Jump collabs. Until one day they get like Dragon Ball Z, but until I don't
Maybe
know.
Super Dragon Ball.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Like, maybe they go back in time and they do Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know, man. But yeah, so let's see here. What else is in Jump that I really
We're just gonna
enjoy?
get Bobo again. We'll see. We'll see him on April 1st.
That's what we thought. And then April 1st was Bobo 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 and Sanrio. It's like, okay. Um, let's see. What other Jump things like are modern popular? Black Clover? I don't know that many Japanese Black Clover fans. I actually don't have any insight into how that series does. Uh,
I have no clue.
well, anyway. But yeah, this is a cool time to be playing GBF. I'm enjoying these things. And then as soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna walk over to my PlayStation 5 and I'm gonna fire up the Relink demo because that's available. Isn't One Punch Man a Jump series? I don't know if I would really enjoy a One Punch Man collab, Jason. Mashal?
But yeah. Look, One Punch Man will just be a summon. He'll come out after like 20 turns, and he'll
What?
have instant kill. You know, the greatest ability in Granblue Fantasy.
So this is the thing about Shonen Jump, though, Keita, is that Jump Plus is actually taking a lot of like popularity, not away. It's just there's a lot of popularity in Jump Plus, and that's the online publication. Spy Family's from there. Oshinoko is from there. Oh God, please don't be an Oshinoko collab.
What? You know, we fixed Code Geass.
You know, you're right. Do you think that we're
However,
gonna be?
the entirety of Oshinoko revolves around the children, not.
Yeah, that's true. It's like if somehow GBF gives Toga a happier time, I will just be like, all right, you guys, let's see how you justified this one, because Lobelia meeting Toga is definite. I can make her worse energy. Remember, GBF is where characters go to have good endings. I don't know.
Or they end up in a virtual reality game.
Thanks, Conan, for being the one that let that happen. All right. So anyway, thanks everybody. We're gonna rescue another world in a couple hours, but in the meantime, DJ, you want to play some multiplayer Relink?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. We're logging off. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. We're gonna be talking about Bakugo and Deku and whoever the third mystery character is, and that'll be it. Actually,
It's just Pikachu.
It's what is it? It's Jigglypuff seen from above. All right.
Stupid. It's a fucking Pokeball match. Why they gotta do you like that?
All right. Good night, guys. See you in Relink.
I hate that episode.